I mentioned HIIT in one video and the response has been fascinating. Hey Chase, what is HIIT? What is what? HIIT, what is it? Why are you saying it like that? Saying what like who? I just don't get HIIT. Oh, you mean HIIT as in high intensity interval training. Yes, that's HIIT. Okay, let's do HIIT. Christmas style. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may please ask you to put down the candy canes and pick up the kettlebells because this is the high intensity interval training holiday special. This season is about maximizing family time and minimizing gym time, so here's everything you need to know about HIIT, a quick and dirty video about a quick and dirty training style. But first, let's welcome our quick and dirty host, me. I want to keep this fast, so I summarized my top talking points into 10 takeaways that fall into these categories. How to do HIIT, some proven benefits of HIIT, and my favorite HIIT exercises. But before we dive in, let me clear something up because a lot of people seem really enthusiastic about HIIT, which I love, but please remember this. HIIT is not magic pixie dust. It's not a cheat code. It won't give you a six-pack and a third eye. HIIT is not the answer, it's just an option. And while I'm here, also know this. In this whole healthy living thing, there is not one single answer, only options. And a lot of different training options have been backed by serious research and results. Treating any single training protocol as the one and only God-given answer to becoming the Rock is a short-sighted way to approach this rather complex and multifaceted equation. Only training HIIT forever is kind of like only eating kale forever. It's a great option for certain aspects of your health, but you only do one thing, you're going to be pretty deprived. It's good though. The American Heart Association has proven time and time again that some activity is better than none. Simply walking can reduce the risk of heart disease and promote longevity among tons of other health benefits. If you're just getting your steps in every day, you're already ahead of the pack. Chill out, you're doing better than you think you are. You're here. So now that we know HIIT is just a great option and not the only answer, let's talk about how to do HIIT. Damn, that is never gonna get old. HIIT is not one single workout. It's a training protocol that can be applied to nearly any movement. It's designed to maximize metabolic stress under minimum time. Max out, fully recover, repeat. Max out, fully recover, repeat. Where most people get it wrong is in the pursuit of equal time intervals. Perhaps 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. My issue with this is that you can't predict these times. You don't know how long you're going to be able to exert maximum effort, and therefore you don't know how long it's going to take for you to recover from this effort. I don't care who you are, you can't go all out at 90+% intensity for a full 60 seconds. This should look more like 30 seconds. Similarly, you can't always expect your recovery time to be equal to or less than your exertion time. In HIIT, recovery should last longer, perhaps anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes, or at least until your breathing and heart rate drop back to almost normal levels. The priority here is heart rate variability, not just a bunch of clean numbers. Does this remind you of something, bro? Bro, sounds a lot like weight training, bro. You pump that iron hard, get your max in. Then you take 10 minutes to pose in the mirror, maybe take some selfies for the Instagram story. Then you get another set in, do some loud grunting. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. Protein, creatine, and bodybuilding.com. Are you just saying things? Well, he is right. You can think about HIIT like weight training for your cardiovascular system, which comes with a lot to consider, but for time's sake, I'll just quickly sum up my top 3 points. 1. Isolated high-intensity interval training demands rest. For example, a lot of HIIT training is designed around bicycle sprints, but if you do this, you're going to need to rest the next day because this is highly glycolytic, acute strain work. It's all about your legs and calves, and all of those muscles are going to be really sore tomorrow, so you're going to want to take the day off. HIIT is not something that you can just repeat over one muscle group forever. I do have one slight caveat to repetitive HIIT training, which we'll get to later in the video. 2. Quick and dirty workouts demand quick and dirty energy. 2019 was a huge year for fasted training. Everybody's talking about it, even I'm talking about it, but I'm not quite sure the research is there yet. Now, I'm not an expert, but I will side with the experts here in suggesting that most people will perform better with high-intensity training in a fed state. This is because high-intensity training pulls from your glycogen stores, so you're not going to want to try to work out with those in a fasted, depleted state. It's a quick and dirty workout which demands quick and dirty energy, preferably a small amount of a primarily carbohydrate fuel source.
Hey bro, you mean like these rice cakes?
Hell yeah, bro. Just like rice cakes, bro. But we are getting into the nitty-gritty here, so I want to remind you that as with anything in life, the big picture is much more important than the small details. I recommend that you eat and train in a way that works for you and your lifestyle. Sustainability always ranks above the minutia. Think big picture, not small details. 3. I'm less hungry with HIIT. From my experience, high-intensity things like HIIT and weight training elicit less of a hunger response than low-intensity steady-state cardio. Now, this is not science, this is just my experience. But let me back it up for a second. When I perform lifts, I usually get cravings that encourage me to eat back the calories I burned. This is caused by the ramping of the hunger hormone ghrelin. And in this post-cardio state, it's really easy for me to overeat my calorie expense before the satiety hormone leptin kicks in and tells me that I'm full. This is not an inherently good or bad phenomenon. This is just something to consider if you're trying to lose or gain weight of any kind. All of this being said, if you currently train with a weekly mix of weight training and list cardio, I would supplement HIIT in place of a weight training day rather than in place of a cardio day. But HIIT does have its own unique proven benefits, which we're going to get into right now. For time's sake, let's once again look at my top 3 points here. 1. Improved VO2 Max. This is what everybody loves to talk about with HIIT. VO2 Max stands for Volume Oxygen Maximum. It determines how much oxygen you can take into your lungs and deliver to your muscles during a period of maximum energy output. It's not surprising that there are countless trials comparing HIIT and VO2 Max out there, since HIIT prioritizes maximum energy output. I prefer to look at this meta-analysis from the Journal of Sports Medicine. After analyzing a bunch of other studies, they took all of the results into consideration and concluded that high-intensity interval training elicits greater improvements in the VO2 max when compared with endurance training. It's not really all that significant, but it is science. 2. HIIT burns substantial calories. I'm going to say something radical here. A calorie is a calorie. It's just a unit of measurement. It measures energy. If you increase your energy expenditure, you're increasing the amount of calories you burn. Since high-intensity interval training is harder than cardio and takes less time, you are going to burn more calories in less time. The interesting thing to consider here is EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or burning calories while you Netflix and chill. Just like with weight training, HIIT has been proven to have a pretty substantial impact on EPOC, meaning the benefits of the exercise keep coming long after the training period has ended. Pretty cool. Go do some HIIT and then keep burning calories through the Christmas party. 3. HIIT is pretty sustainable. Hugh Jackman did not become Wolverine with just 10 workouts. Sustainability and healthy habits are the key to long-term success. I don't know about you, but if I enjoy something or if I can gamify it in any way, I'm much more likely to do it. A 2011 study from the Journal of Sports Science suggested that high-intensity interval training is more enjoyable than continuous cardio. This was reproven in 2014 by the University of British Columbia, in which they proved pretty much the same thing. But you, my friend, were not in these studies, and if you don't enjoy HIIT, that's okay. You're allowed to not enjoy HIIT. You're allowed to not stick with it. Go do your cardio, go weight train, go walk, go swim, go dance, go snowboarding. You are fine. Personally, I find HIIT to be sustainable for my lifestyle when I'm really busy, because you can get some of the benefits of strength training and cardio all in one quick session and then rest and go on with your work. It's great for the holiday season. HIIT is an option. Incorporate it when need be. So we've talked about what is HIIT, we've talked about how to do HIIT, we've talked about some proven benefits of HIIT, so now let's talk about some HIIT exercises. And for time's sake, I'm just going to keep it to my top 3 again. 1. Everybody's favorite, hill sprints. I like to go on hikes around my hilly city, but instead of jogging at a steady pace, I sprint up every hill and then walk pretty damn slow to the next hill until I'm fully recovered and able to sprint up that next one. I look like a freaking maniac when I do this, but it works. 2. Can you fill in the blanks? Yep, you guessed it. Burpees. This is one of the very few HIIT style workouts that I can do on a pretty much daily basis, and I talked about that in the burpee video, but it got cut out in the edit, so here's the director's cut. HIIT is all about putting as much metabolic stress on the body as possible in as little time as possible. And that's how I went about these burpees. I did sets of 10 to start, and then by the time I finished, I was doing sets of 25. But don't take my word for HIIT. The Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research published a study where they looked at a group of about a dozen 20-somethings doing HIIT. Half were on stationary bikes, half were doing burpees, like me. They were told to avoid caffeinated beverages, alcohol, drugs, and stimulants before and during the trial periods. Not like me. The burpee group experienced a lower rate of perceived exertion, RPE, than the cyclists did. I personally believe that this is because a full body plyometric movement like a burpee gets more muscles engaged and has a less acute strain. I'm putting such a broad strain on all of my muscles that my body is tired before any acute muscle is. I said that I was able to work my way up to sets of about 25 burpees. Now, if that takes me about 45 seconds and I'm doing equal on-off intervals, the whole burpee session of 100 burpees should have only taken me 6 minutes. But since my rest periods were much longer, sometimes 2 or 3 times longer than my work periods, the whole burpee session lasted anywhere around 15 minutes. I didn't show a lot of the rest and recovery in the video because rest and recovery isn't sexy, but it is essential. That's when you make your gains, while resting. Rest, people. Go to bed. Workout 3. Go ham in life. Let's zoom out. Let's go macro. I believe a lot of the benefits from HIIT come from heart rate variability, so I like to apply this heart rate variability philosophy to my entire day. Can I get more out of life by putting more into life? Or how often can I go ham? You know, play hard with your dog, play hard with your little cousins, sprint up some stairs, take a damn cold shower. Whatever you can do to just add some excitement to your life and mix up the day. All day is an opportunity for movement. Not all movement needs to take place in the gym. You can incorporate interval training into your life just by going ham. If you have a heart rate monitor, take a step back and look at your days. Do you have peaks and valleys throughout the whole day, or does it all happen in 10 minutes? If you have no peaks and valleys, you might be dead. So to quickly review, my 10 points were: HIIT is not magic pixie dust. HIIT requires serious rest and recovery. HIIT likes quick and dirty energy, glycogen and carbs. HIIT does not drastically increase my appetite. HIIT improves VO2 Max. HIIT burns substantial calories during and after the workout. HIIT is conditionally sustainable. And some HIIT workouts include hill sprints, burpees, and going ham in life. These are all things to consider with your own unique movement routine. Everybody's different. Every body is different. HIIT style training worked great for my 100 burpees a day challenge, but in January of 2020, I'm planning on doing 200 burpees a day with a new training technique popularized by Pavel Tsatsouline called greasing the groove. More on this coming to the channel soon. With this channel, I'm trying to provide entertaining information and back it up with personal anecdotes. My story, which is why I've planned and designed a full calendar year of 12 different 30-day challenges that you can get for free over at chasebarron.com to keep up with my crazy escapades. If you want to take it to the next level and join in on private discussions about these challenges with people doing these challenges, then head over to my Patreon, where you can join the challenge club for just $3 a month. I'm not trying to pressure you into giving me any support of any kind, but I do want to encourage you to take that first step towards the personal change that you want to make. If I can help you with that, that'd be really groovy. So that's it for today. Go do some quick HIIT training over the holiday season so that you can get out of the gym and spend more time with the people that matter. And eat some cookies, man. Just not too many. And eat some kale too. But don't only eat kale. And to all my dogs out there, Maebell says hi. Happy holidays. And you know what? I realize now that 99% of you are going to be watching this after the holidays, in which case, have a merry day.